Alright guys, so we're going to be installing the 2-inch drop spindles, actually, excuse me, 2.5-inch drop spindles. It's an easy job. We'll get started here by removing the wheel and brake assembly, and then I'll show you how to remove the rest of it.
Alright guys, so let's take a look at these drop spindles and see exactly what they do. If I were to line both steering mounts up, you'll see that this spindle, they're not aligned. This is higher than the stock. What that is, it allows the wheel to come up more into the wheel well, and you actually get a 2.5-inch drop from stock. So we're going to go ahead and put these guys on now and bolt them up. They're really easy to put on. You have a left and a right side. Basically, you just got to slide it over the tie rod, put the nut on, and then you need to put your adjusting nut, which I've been soaking trying to get cleaned up. So we'll go ahead and get those things in place now. Alright guys, so now we got some lighting on this. Basically, what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to take this cap off. You're going to need to get to the throttle, or excuse me, speedometer cable. Remove that from this cap on the inside. It's pretty easy to do. You'll see what needs to happen. I'm going to go ahead and pop that off and get that removed. So we're going to be removing the brake line first. You're going to need a 14mm wrench to get that bolt off, or that fitting off. When you pull that off, you're going to want to have a some sort of catch basin underneath it, bucket, whatever, just to catch your oil. Shouldn't be a lot of it. I think in the whole system there's probably less than a quart, so maybe pushing a quart. So anyways, go ahead and pull that off. Now you can be the lazy man and cut this, since you are going to be replacing it. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove this thing, drain it, and then remove it from the other side as well. We'll do it from both sides of the front end. We're going to just go ahead and let that drain. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and pop off this cap. Okay, I pried it off already. All you're basically going to need to do is get a pry bar. You're going to need to get a pry bar back behind that lip and just pry it off. They're not held on very tight. Once you get it broken a little bit, they should just come right off. So we're gonna go just set that aside. Now on driver's side only, we're gonna remove this nut so we can get into here to remove the speedometer cable. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this set screw off, and then with that set screw off, I should just be able to unscrew this whole thing, and then so alright guys, so one thing to note when you're taking this bolt off, or this nut, excuse me, the driver's side is reverse thread than the passenger side. The reason for that is because when you're driving forward, you want the nut to be tightening, not loosening. So in any case, you get that set screw out and go ahead and start turning it back. Alright, so once you have that nut off, this whole assembly will literally just slide off. When you pull it off, you're going to want to save your washer and that nut, so when you go to do the new install of the new brake system, you got those for the new system. Alright guys, so I was able to get this a little bit closer to 0. Both sides are set at 0.2. How I was able to get more out of that nut was actually tightening this bushing down a little bit more, and what that did was it pushed the front, or the top over more, which gave me more adjustment in this nut. So I was able to get it down to about 0.1, 0.2. It's fluctuating between the two right now. Both sides are set at about 0.1 right now, 0.2, and somewhere in there. So pretty happy with it. Like I said, as soon as I get the steering arms in, we'll get those installed as well, and then I'll get the toe set. So, alright guys, thanks for watching.